Hi, this is Zach Wheeler. Welcome to Phillies Show.
Ruben Amaro Jr., Jim Salisbury, Todd Zalecki. It's Thanksgiving, everybody. It's Thursday, November 27th, 2025. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. How are you?
Happy Thanksgiving, Todd.
Yes.
Happy Thanksgiving, James.
Thank you. Are we getting time and a half for this?
Yes. Double time. It's overtime.
We'll pay ourselves.
Yeah.
On a holiday.
Yeah, exactly right. You guys have big plans? Do you have things that you have to eat on Thanksgiving? What's your must-have?
Ooh.
Well, I wish the Pilgrims ate lasagna, but other than that, I do like turkey.
All right.
Oh, dude, I'm all about the stuffing. And if you call it filling, you're out on my book. It's not filling.
What about
It's
dressing?
stuffing.
Some people call it dressing.
Oh, please. Don't be ridiculous. It's stuffing. You stuff it. You stuff the bird with the stuffing.
Exactly right. I agree with you, Ruben. I agree with you.
That's the best. It's not even close.
Mashed potatoes for me. Mashed potatoes.
Mashed taters.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mashed
So
potatoes.
what we think back to this baseball season 2025, anything you guys would like to say that you're thankful for before we get into fan questions? Viewer listener questions.
I'm thankful I was there the night Schwarber hit four bombs. That was a fun night. I'm just thankful baseball matters so much in this town. The last 4 years have been fun. I know that the conclusions have not been what people are looking for and have created some disappointment, serious disappointment, especially the last three. But the regular seasons have created a lot of great stories, a lot of great performances. I mean, Turner wins the batting title this year. Schwarber RBI home run title.
Yeah.
Zach Wheeler, some great performances. Christopher Sanchez. So I'm just thankful baseball really matters, and it's going to continue to matter. And they're going to have another 2026 is going to be another entertaining and adventurous regular season. I'm sure there'll be a lot of great storylines. And then October will come along and we'll see what happens. But bottom line, thankful baseball matters.
What do you got, Todd?
Well, yeah, 100%. Having baseball, you can live in so many other cities where going into spring training, your team does not have a real chance to win. That is not the case in Philadelphia. But I was thinking about this, and I am thankful that I get to watch the development and just see how players can go from big time prospect down to now this guy's a bust to now finishing second for NL Cy Young like Christopher Sanchez. I mean, how much fun was it to watch him pitch this year and just to see kind of how far he has come from being a guy that they got in a trade with Tampa Bay because he was a lefty that threw hard to having no velocity, no command. People going like, oh, bad trade from the Phillies. And then Christopher Sanchez gets completely turned around. Jim, you talked about this last week following the BBWA awards and how he came into spring training looking like
Ready
the
to kick
dude.
ass.
Yes, like he was the dude. And then to see him actually go out there and put it together, it shows you just when you think you know what's going to happen with baseball and you think you have a player figured out and if you're ready to give up on a guy, this guy can't hit lefties, this guy's not going to be the guy you think he's going to be. Boom, next year, Bryson Stott's going to hit like 310, make an all-star team. So you never know what's going to happen. That's what makes baseball great.
And you're right about you said, people didn't like to trade at first because that Curtis Mead gets to the big leagues before Sanchez becomes Sanchez. And people, they gave away a really solid hitting prospect infielder. How can you make that trade? Well, it takes a little time. And been an awfully good one. And I think people would make that trade again.
Yeah, great calls, guys. I totally agree with all of your comments. You kind of stole a little bit of my thunder, but I'm going to get a little sappy.
Oh, boy.
I'm grateful to be able to talk baseball with you guys because I know how much you guys love the game, how much time and effort you put into being part of this game and what you guys do. It makes me a little emotional, but I got to tell you, I love being with you guys. It's awesome.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I love you too, Ruben. I love doing the show. It's the most fun I've had in a long time. It's absolutely just great getting together with you guys and talking baseball. I really do look forward to it, and I really appreciate the people.
I will say this also. I love seeing guys like Otto Kemp getting opportunities to become major league players and making impact. This is a guy that did not get drafted, folks. And when you start thinking about like how many millions of kids, men and women, want to play Major League Baseball, and how many people actually get a chance to do it? What is it? 27,500 of all time, 27.8, some number like that. And the fact that that dude got to the big leagues without being drafted and becomes sort of and makes some impact for a team that's one of the best teams in the major leagues. You got to love that. And that heartens me because that's part of the beauty of the game as well.
And when a kid like that gets here, and you can see it in him this year, he appreciates it.
Sure does. I hope he never changes.
Really, this
I
kid,
don't think he will.
He played hurt. Like, he had shoulder and knee surgery after the season. He had like shrapnel in both of those, shoulder and his knee, and he was going to play through it because he just appreciated. He made it. He made it, and there's something there. He's got a good bat. Really curious to see how he builds on 2025 going into next year. But I think you're right. Those stories are great. They keep you coming back.
Just one more thing. I'm very grateful to be able to be an announcer and be a broadcaster and an analyst for the team I grew up, loving and playing for. So I don't ever take that for granted. So I'm very grateful for that as well.
Awesome. That's awesome, guys. Great stuff. And we'll be right back. We're going to answer some of your questions that you submitted to us earlier this week.
If you are still carrying a clunky leather brick that can be mistaken for an old school wallet, may I introduce you to what Eric Kratz is getting himself for the holidays?
I mean, this is the greatest wallet that I've ever seen in my life. Your credit cards fit in here. It's adjustable, lifetime guaranteed. Like this is a must-have for the holidays. Absolute must-have.
Ridge Olive Matte. That is the design that Kratz has right now, and you can get a hold of that. There's over 50 plus colors and styles to choose from over at Ridge. You can even get a wallet that features every NFL, MLB, or college team. And for a limited time, Ridge is having their huge Black Friday sale. Head to ridge.com/foul to get up to 47% off your order. This is by far the biggest discount they've given all year. That's ridge.com/foul for up to 47% off your order during their biggest sale of the year. After your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about Ridge. Tell them Foul Territory sent you.
All right, we're back. Don't forget, I'm trying to press this button here, guys. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button if you're watching us on YouTube, and if you're listening to us on Apple, Spotify, give us a nice little review if you like the show. We really appreciate the support. You can also pick up some gear for the show at thephillyshowshop.com. Right now, there's a Black Friday sale, 10% off. We've got gift cards now available. We got hats in stock. I'm eyeing up a knit cap, so the winter is just around the corner. So check out.
Swag it up like we do.
Yes, look at us.
We're swag.
Look at us. We all look
at those pecs, Jim. Flex them.
I was at Planet Fitness today grinding. I was grinding.
Is that the Rock or is that Jim Salisbury?
Ivan Putski.
I love Ivan, man. I love him.
Remember he made his pec stance?
He also used to take the have people come in and punch him right in the he could handle it.
I remember he used to make his pec stance.
Yeah. Ivan Putski, he was a man. WWF.
All right, here we go, guys. Let's take some questions. We asked for Philly Show listeners, viewers to send us some questions earlier this week. Okay, this one comes from John Barton on Facebook. Crunching the numbers, SpotRack has the Phillies payroll at around $238 million, arbitration players included. Yeah, J.T. and Schwarber, it's 280-ish. Plus, you figure in all the other competitive balance tax stuff. How much do you think Dabrowski has given up on the payroll flexibility Where's the money for that big right-handed bat to put in the 4-hole behind Harper? Yeah.
What do you think, Todd?
I don't know where I feel like they're going to have to kind of do what the Mets just did.
Free some up.
I mean, they was kind of they took on money with Marcus Simeon's deal, of course, but I think they're going to have to try to trade some guys off the current big league roster. If that's Alec Boehm, if that's Matt Strahm, Brandon Marsh, certainly they want to trade Nick Castellanos, so you're going to get pennies on the dollar for him. But they're going to have to get creative, I think, to maybe try to get that flexibility that they need to go out and get that big bat that they could stick behind Bryce Harper.
They got guys with no trade clauses, and that makes it really difficult. You got the Turners and the Harpers of the world with no trade clauses. They're not going to trade Wheeler. They can't trade Wheeler. Why would they do that? Nola's not going anywhere just because he had a decline last year and his first time in his career that he had a real injury. So that's difficult too. I think he might have a no trade as well. So sort of put themselves in a little bit of a box as far as their flexibility is concerned. And I don't know that unless there's a crazy blockbuster deal that can be made where people are agreeing to do things, much like Boris did with both, Nimmo and Simeon. I mean, I just don't see that happening in this scenario. Is it possible? Will they explore that? Maybe. I just don't think it's realistic.
Look, they want to sign JT. They want to sign Schwarber. They get both of those guys done. That's pretty much going to eat up what they can do, unless they end up moving maybe an Alec Boehm and decide to, and then maybe they move a Matt Strahm as well. That's like $17 million there. And then they decide, okay, we're going to be freed up $38 million next year when Castellanos and Taiwan Walker come off. Maybe we can structure something backloaded and take a run at that right-handed bat. In my dream world, it would be Bo Bichette, and he could play 2 infield spots. You could get creative and realigning people and see what happens. But I don't know that it can happen. But I do agree with the caller. You need a right-handed bat.
Yes.
You need a right-handed bat. I don't know where it's coming from. I know who I would love to see it be, but I'm not sure they can take their payroll there.
It could be Alec Boehm, guys. It could be Alec Boehm.
Could be Alec Boehm.
You'd like to have it a different name, a different dynamic, but it could be Alec Boehm.
Well, it has been Alec Boehm when he gets 45 doubles and 97 RBIs. It looks pretty good, but when he has the year he had last year, it really doesn't.
Right. You never know. Maybe there's a guy that's going to linger on the market longer than expected, and that's where you hope that Dave Dombrowski, if you're a Phillies fan, you hope that that's where Dave Dombrowski comes in and takes a little walk over to John Middleton's office and goes, John,
opportunity.
We have an opportunity in our hands. It's February 15th. Player X is unsigned or is available. If you give me the green light, I can make it happen for you. And World Series, baby, here we come. Right, guys?
Only if John Middleton's ready to lose another $100 million or two.
Nevertheless. Okay, here we go. How long will this is from Gene Linwood on X. How long will the Phillies wait on Kyle Schwarber before moving on with their offseason? It's hard to.
I don't think they're going to. I'm not going to wait too far past January 1, my friends, because then things start to close up on you. A lot of it depends on what happens around them, as far as the other signings. Yeah. But I think most Boris clients are going to be waiting for the shoe to drop on Schwarber, and then it's going to be Tucker, and then it's going to be Bellinger. I think. Or some combination of those guys, because they're all left-handed power, all left-handed bats, little different profile for all of them, but I think Schwarber's sort of like the linchpin in a lot of ways to see where he goes, because his deal is going to be shorter than those guys' deal. I think
he doesn't strike me personality-wise, values. his personal values wise, as a guy who wants to linger out there
Right.
until New Year's. I'm not saying he's going to jump 3 weeks into free agency where we are now, but I think sometime before Christmas, maybe around the winter meetings. This is just a guess. He just doesn't strike me as a guy that wants to stay out there forever. I think he wants to know where he's going, and he's got a young family. He wants to be Santa Claus, and he wants to get ready for the season.
Right, exactly right. Ed Bowers on X, it's time to mix in some youth. What do you guys think of an opening day roster with Andrew Painter and Justin Crawford? Not sure that Aiden Miller is ready yet.
I think it has a very good chance of happening.
I do too. I think I'm not going to say it's a lock. I mean, Dave Dombrowski says it's not a lock, but I feel pretty good about putting a hundy on both of those guys making the opening day roster.
At least one guy is. And if they don't quite feel that Painter's ready, then at least they have Taijuan Walker to hold them over. Or, well, it kind of depends on whether Wheeler probably won't be ready. So, yeah, it's pretty likely he'll make the team. Pretty likely. He'll be the fifth.
Okay. What thoughts on Harrison Bader? He had a good run with us at the end of the season and seems to have the right personality for the team and the city. That's from George David on Facebook.
What do you think, Todd?
Well, I think he would make a lot of sense, but one thing I did hear the other day is about Harrison Bader, or last week, is kind of what we've all discussed, which is, how much are you a believer in Harrison Bader replicating the career year that he had this year, 2025, in 2027, 2028, if he wants a 2-year, 3-year contract? I think that should give the Phillies some pause. But if you want the player, sometimes you have to swallow hard and do something that you might not necessarily want to do. But there's a lot of teams are looking for right-handed hitting outfielders, so he might have some interest there. But get him back on a short-term deal. I would be all about it. Plays a great center field.
Question is whether you're going to go to 2 years. I think maybe he thinks he can get 3 years. I can't imagine he'll get 3. But I think it's the 2, and is the number going to be north of 10 or 11?
Right.
What was the option? The option was
10.
The option was 10, so it's going to be north of that. I just don't know. He had 6 great weeks. I have a lot of respect for the impact he had on the team, and brought a lot of energy and production on both sides of the ball. But in the years prior to that, he bounced around a lot. He had subpar seasons. You just don't know what he is. I'd be very much in favor of a 1-year deal. I'd give him a little bump on that 10.
Yeah.
But I'd be careful on a multi-year deal. I'm not sure what he is over the 162.
Here's an interesting one. And Christopher Hartman on Instagram goes, how does Andrew Painter compare to Spencer Howard? Howard was hyped just as much as Andrew Painter a few years ago. I remember in 2010, Bryce Harper was playing, he was live streaming himself playing video games, and he was very if Spencer Howard does not make this roster, I mean, there's something wrong. I mean, this guy's a phenomenal talent. I mean, he was considered to be a stud in 2020.
If I'm not mistaken, though, I think Painter has a longer track record on the amateur side of elite prospecthood. I'm not even sure Spencer Howard was drafted out of high school. I'd have to look it up. I'm not sure. I know he was drafted.
Let me give you some stats on Spencer Howard.
He was drafted out of college in the second round, but Painter has been an elite performer on the youth travel ball circuit, high school, his first rounder.
Right.
I think there's a difference in the young man, the amateur, whatever you want to call it, pedigree. And I do agree, Spencer Howard was insanely hyped for his strike throwing ability and his power. But he didn't compete when he got here I think he was projected to compete. And then did he have some arm problems as well?
Spencer Howard probably threw more than 5 innings this many times in his entire career before he got to the major leagues. Think about that for a second.
Yeah.
I'm talking about 5 innings or more. I went back and looked at his day by days, and you talk about babying somebody. Holy smokes. I don't know what they were doing in that administration, but they babied this man to the point where there was no way he was prepared to pitch in the big leagues.
Well, they're babying these guys too. These guys pitch once a week. They watched, Painter was coming off surgery. They watched his innings this year. I do agree. You need to build a workload.
Got a bigger workload, and he had a workload. I mean, he threw a lot of pitches. But totally different makeup. I know that prospects can get hyped, but this guy Painter's the real deal, man. And I didn't believe that Spencer Howard's the real deal because we never saw enough of him.
Good point. Good point. Good point. More questions right after these words.
Hey, for all the parents out there with teens, it's more hectic now than ever.
Cash App's going to help, not hurt.
With the Cash App card, available to teens 13 to 17 with sponsorship by an eligible parent or guardian, every transaction triggers a real-time notification for you to see, empowering your teen to practice independence while giving you peace of mind by keeping track of their spending. You can also manage everything directly from your own Cash App account without having to switch between the two. With the Cash App card, you and your teen's balances receive 24/7 fraud monitoring. And if something ever feels off, you have the ability to lock their card right from your phone in just one tap. For a limited time, new Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use code FAMILY10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partner. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Direct deposit and promotions provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures.
All right, we are back. A couple weeks ago, the Phillies protected Andrew Painter. Now I'm drawing a blank. Who they all protected? Rincones and Alex McFarland. They protected those 3 guys from the Rule 5 draft. So there are some.
You're getting older too, Todd. You're getting older too.
It's like, bleh. So I got.
And if I could, Todd, point out, if you want to hear a little bit more about Andrew Painter, that Josh Norris episode a week or so ago, was a lot of great.
Couple weeks,
a lot of great commentary on a lot of great prospects, a lot of interesting prospects, including Painter. He really likes what he sees and certainly liked what he saw of him a year or so ago. I'll just tease it that way if you want to listen.
Yeah, that was a great episode. And this is kind of related to the Rule. This is related to the Rule 5 draft. This is from Sean Effin Miller. I don't know what shit this is on Instagram or Facebook. Daniel Susick is the Oakland, not Oakland. He's the A's number 11 prospect. He's a catcher. The A's did not protect him in the Rule 5 draft. Former first-round pick, and I'm not expecting you guys to have seen this guy play a lot. But the question is, should the Phillies go after this guy and maybe take him in the Rule 5 draft? I mean, would you take – in what scenario – maybe this is the better question is, in what scenario would the Phillies take a catcher – of that ilk? And he had a pretty good year last year in the Rule 5 draft. Does it make any sense for a team like the Phillies to take a catcher in the Rule 5 draft, knowing that you have to keep him on the roster the entire year, or he goes back to the A's?
If you believe he'd make you better, maybe you'd consider trading a guy like Marchand. I don't know, because you have that 40-man roster. But I would consider anything that makes me better. Be great to add some more catching, but the 40-man roster thing, makes it tough to consider him depth.
Right.
Very, very strange that they would not protect him based on where they are, the Oakland A's, and the rebuilding ball club. I would have to talk to my man Ed Sprague, who I think is the director of the minor leagues over there, or one of the directors, to find out a little bit more about this guy. Maybe I'll have to do a little recon on my old Stanford teammate.
Ooh, there you go. This is from Shane Quick on Facebook. What's the word on Gage Wood? Do you expect him to make the roster at some point next year?
I'd be surprised, but that doesn't mean he's not a heck of an arm and could be a quick riser. could move quickly.
They want him to start. He didn't really pitch. I mean,
I don't know that he's here next year, but I wouldn't be
Yeah.
disappointed if it was 27 or 28 or, it's still pretty quick in a lot of ways. But next year might be a little stretch, but the kid will dictate that by the quality of his pitches, and if he throws strikes and he competes, and if he's going to be a starter or a reliever. If he's going to be a reliever, he could move a lot more quickly.
Right.
I mean, anything can happen in this day and age. Guys are coming up from A-ball. You saw what the kid in Toronto did. You're savage. I mean, he stepped forward and ended up pitching unbelievable games from A-ball to the World Series. I mean, it's a different game these days. And if you got swing and miss stuff, which it looks like Gage does, who knows?
It's Tom G on Blue Sky. Could you see a scenario where Bryson Stott asks Larry Boa to teach him to become a singles, doubles, slap hitter, or is that an approach from a bygone era? I guess there's a reason why chicks dig the singles hitter never caught on, he says.
So he'd become like a Luis Arise or Michael Kwan. No, I think Bryson's always going to look for the extra base hit. Yeah. I don't like when he gets too loopy in his swing and start lifting him. He can be a doubles guy for me.
He made a very serious adjustment with his hands. He moved his hands back down to his shoulder. There was a lot less movement. He's more direct to the baseball. I fully expect him to hit 280 next year.
But he's not a slap hitter.
He's not.
No, he's going to hit 280. He's going to have 30 doubles.
Yeah,
and 30 stolen bases.
Going to be a doubles guy.
This is an unusual question. Jessica Oliveras wants to know: do they purposely put the best-looking players on the Phillies?
Well,
I just wanted to ask that question to see what you guys' reaction was.
A good-looking dude. Castellanos is a very good-looking dude. JT, the chicks jig those guys just for starters. I don't know. Beyond that, it's up there. I hear those names all the time. There's people who love Alec Boehm. Love him. Love the flow.
Boehm's got good flow.
Good flow. Does. Hey, whatever brings people to the ballpark, man.
Exactly right. You get baseball's for everybody. Baseball's absolutely for everybody.
Right.
But it ain't about how you look; it's about how you play.
Oh, that's
is it?
Let's get back to ball. Jim, this is not a This is not a baseball question either, but it is a question for you. Christopher Janesco on Facebook wants to know for Jim: do you barbecue in the winter, and if so, is there a minimum temperature for when you venture out?
Yeah, I grill all winter. I'll even use my smoker in the winter too. I mean, I've had my smoker. I've used my smoker in the snow, and it hits and it melts when it hits.
Would you call yourself a smoke show?
I would.
But I grilled yesterday. I grilled some. I grilled some awesome appetizers for the Eagles game.
Oh yeah,
How'd that work out?
Oh, they were great. Big hit. They were.
What were they?
Honey jalapeno chicken nuggets. I saw them. They bounced into my Twitter account, and because I look at all food stuff on my Twitter, so I have this algorithm that sends all these recipes to me, and I'm like, these look great. So
how'd they come out?
Oh, they came out fabulous. Honey,
no, don't worry about us.
Honey jalapeno chicken.
Thanks for the invite.
So I'll go out there any weather, bring a flashlight, wear a jacket.
You don't have floodlighting out in the back there?
No. I just use the I got a little
like an old man with a lantern he lights up the lantern. He walks out there, is shaking from side to side in the wind.
Like Paul Revere.
Exactly. One if by land, two if by sea.
Old school.
And I on the opposite shore shall be ready to ride and spread the alarm to every village, Middlesex, and farm.
Except, Paul Revere didn't have a gas Weber like Jim does.
Actually, my grill is so beat up. I won't let anybody use it because it has hot spots, and like one of the burners is totally.
That'd be a good Christmas gift for you, huh? Get you a new smoker.
Oh yeah.
One of the burners is dead, so it just shoots out like a blowtorch.
Oh my god, it sounds safe.
It's not very safe.
Yeah. Yeah, if maybe we'll cobble some money together. We'll get you a new.
No, we're good. We're good. I know all the tricks. There's no need to change it up.
Okay, all right. I'm just saying, if Traeger Weber wants to sponsor the Philly show,
that's right.
Yeah,
Great point.
Yeah,
great point. The green egg.
Yeah,
the green egg, whatever.
The green egg, absolutely. All right, let's end with one. Let's end with the Phillies question. Why do you think the Phillies are never the aggressors early in the offseason via trades, free agency, etc.? That's from Ryan Davis, 38 on Instagram.
Well, they got Brad Lidge once upon a time, like right out of the gate. They were very aggressive on Jim Thome. They were pretty aggressive on Manny Machado a few years ago. They were at least quick out of the gate. Yeah. Who else? I mean, just
we were sort of aggressive on Halladay.
Very aggressive on Halladay.
Right after the.
I understand the question. It seems like things have.
It's more the exception than the rule that a big free agent signs. I mean, is no big free agent has signed yet?
Never happens fast. Nobody else has signed. There's 30 teams. Nobody else has signed.
Right.
Not one player has signed.
We've seen a couple 1-for-1 trades, the Nimmo Marcus Semien trade, the Taylor Ward Grayson Rodriguez trade.
Right.
Josh Naylor re-signed with the Mariners.
That's one guy. Yeah.
You guys were aggressive on Ibanez. I mean, I'm going way back. I'm just trying to think. I mean, recently, I can't think of a great example, at least on terms of timeline where they were super aggressive.
I have to tell you that the agents are very, very keen on not doing a bad early deal. It puts them in a very tough position in the future. And unless their client is really pushing them hard to a particular team or particular situation, the agents are super sensitive to try to not let Boris overshadow them. And they want to make sure that they do their best with the client by developing a marketplace out there. And the marketplace hasn't necessarily developed other than the Naylor signing.
That's right, Naylor. And they were aggressive on, I know, time-wise, they weren't aggressive on Harper. It dragged into March. But $330 million, wasn't he very, very briefly? Wasn't that the biggest contract in the history of baseball until Mike Trout signed like 2 days later?
Well, yeah, it was the biggest free agent contract
ever. Baseball. So that's, I mean, it depends on your definition of aggressive, but I would say that was kind of aggressive. But
right, timing-wise, not calendar-wise, not aggressive.
Yeah,
but Bryce Harper wasn't going to sign on November 25th.
I mean, we were aggressive on Papelbon. Sometimes it backfires on you.
You were very aggressive on Papelbon. That was the biggest contract ever for a reliever, and it happened right out of the gate because I remember it was like 2 days before the GM meetings even started. It was like November 6th or 7th, 8th.
Yeah, right? I mean, we had targeted, 3 or 4 different closers, and he was the best one out there, and decided to make our move pretty quickly to try to put ourselves in a place to close out games for one of the best teams in the game until we broke.
Yeah. He gave me an autograph once. I should go get it. It's upstairs. Do you have a minute? No,
I'm not that thankful for him.
But we are thankful for all of you that tuned in on Thanksgiving.
Amen.
Thanksgiving weekend, Black Friday, all weekend. You got the Eagles playing on Black Friday. Hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Ruben, I hope you enjoy your stuffing.
You know what my favorite part of the turkey is?
The neck?
Drumstick.
Oh, my God. Jim's showing off his pythons.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and thank you so much for being so supportive of our podcast. We love it. We love doing it, and we love our fans. Whether you're killing us or you're praising us, it's great that you guys are listening. We appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for listening and watching, and we'll smell you later.
Smell you, Jim.
The Philly Show is brought to you by the Foul Territory Network. Subscribe to The Philly Show on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts.